What's good, ASOP family? It's your boy Truth, and that's short for Truth Over Narrative. Hey man, listen. I know I'm coming to y'all in a different format right now than what I usually come. But at the end of the day, some things deserve different attention, and so we gotta speak of it and give it the attention that it deserves. So I'm here to talk about, you could tell by the title, I'm here to talk about the WBA today. I wasn't sure if I was going to make this video, but at the end of the day, I just think that if I consider myself new media, if I consider myself truth over narrative, if I consider myself all these things that I said I am, then I have to do more than just simply talk about boxing. I have to talk about what's going on the scenes and behind the scenes. So I want to start it off talking about Michael Fox, right? So Michael Fox is a welterweight fighter. He fought a fighter, Gabriel Maestre, on October 7th, 2021. Clearly outclassed the Venezuelan fighter. Dropped him in the second round. It was a 12-round bout. I think you can have an argument to give Gabriel Maestre one round, two max, if you pull another round from anywhere else, but two rounds max. And Michael Fox lost on all three scorecards. It was later found out that a judge, Gloria Martinez Rizzo, was found to be racist. She had tweets, calling Michelle Obama a monkey, saying that screw Black Lives Matter or things of that nature. It just came to find out she was racist, and she was removed as a judge, right? So immediately after that, the WBA, they got this heat on them for this Michael Fox issue, for this Michael Fox debacle, I'll say. And they decide that, hey, you know what? We're going to do a belt consolidation program. The belt consolidation program was only a concession for the bullshit that they pulled with Mike Fox, right? You got fighters. Canelo Alvarez still hasn't participated in his belt consolidation program. Tank Davis, who has a regular belt in the WBA. He's probably fought two mandatories with that regular belt and hasn't been forced, or the super champion, who is now Devin Haney, hasn't been forced to consolidate that belt. So they're starting the belt consolidation process. They have consolidated some divisions. 140 is consolidated. I believe that there's no regular champion at 154, if I'm not mistaken. So there are some divisions that are consolidated. However, this is not the program that we were promised. We were promised that all belts would be consolidated, and it should have been done already, right? But again, that's just the trinket, or that's just the concession that they gave us after the bullshit with Michael Fox, right? So I'm scrolling up my timeline the other day, and I see that apparently now Gennady Golovkin, after his Canelo fight, if he wins the Canelo fight, which is a fight for undisputed at 168, he has 5 days to let the WBA know if he will remain at 168 or move back down to 160 and face Erislandy Lara, who's the WBA regular champ at 160. If he loses, he has 4 months to fight Erislandy Lara or vacate. Great news, right? Then I see that Leo Santa Cruz, whose last fight who's the featherweight champion in the WBA, the super champion, his last fight at featherweight was February of 2019, right? Here it is. We damn near in 2023. We 6 months away from February of 2023. That is what it is, right? So he's held that belt hostage for years, and now he's supposed to face the regular champion Lee Wood, the zone fighter, MTK guy. I don't even know if Lee Wood can get in America, but it is what it is, right? He's supposed to face off with Lee Wood. He just submitted a extension from the WBA so that he could unify with the new featherweight champion, Mexican zone, Ray Vargas, right, who just beat Manny Macayo for that belt. The WBA denied that and said, you know what, you got to fight Lee Wood. Now, that's all great, until, again, I was doing some more research, and then I seen this letter or this article from the boxing scene that kind of came out and talked about basically how the WBA has been using a shell company called Sports Consulting Services to basically, for lack of better words, accept payment from fighters in their rankings, right? So now I want to take you over to the article from Boxing Scene. We're gonna bring that in, and we're gonna go ahead and jump over here to this article from the Boxing Scene. And this is just a couple of things that I wanted to kind of point out. It just this stuff is crazy, man. Obviously you can see this stuff here. If you want to come and read this whole article yourself, you can. But let's get in. So this guy, Greg Cohen, is being sued by somebody. He's being sued. Give me 1 second. I should have highlighted this stuff so we could get it going. But he's so Greg Cohen is being sued by Clifford Mass. So this guy, Clifford Mass, is suing Greg Cohen. He stated in a complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York that he has sunk $250,000 into Cohen's coffers on an agreement that he received further points on an event-by-event basis and a salary, which neither happened. So basically, he's in a deposition, and then the plaintiff's attorney, so Clifford Mass's attorney, starts to ask about this company called Sports Consulting Services. So the plaintiff attorney asks, what is Sports Consulting Services? Greg Cohen, they're an international company that works very closely with the sanctioning bodies. What does it do? They're an advocate and lobbyist on behalf of various boxers and promoters and managers. PA, I'm not really understanding what they do. So after that point, he goes into a rant basically explaining how boxing is not like football. The ranking system is not arbitrary. And so there's other means of getting your fighter a higher ranking. Okay, so who owns Sports Consulting Services? Who is the owner? That's the question. Yeah, if you know. I don't know the ownership structure of that company. Right? Now, here you go. Let's highlight this. Public filings and court documents obtained by Boxing have shed light on the Florida Incorporated Sports Consulting Services. The documents indicate that this company is controlled and managed by individuals under the employ or closely associated with the WBA sanctioning body led by Mr. Gilberto Mendoza Jr. One individual listed as an officer of this company is Zalubi Cuba, who identifies herself on LinkedIn as the social media manager for the WBA. So it's already money, right? Another individual is Alfredo Mendoza, who's the son of Gilberto Mendoza. He was initially listed on the LLC when the company was first registered in 2018, but since then his name was removed. Listen, guys, basically, what this is that managers or promoters or people that have fighters, they use this lobbying company, which is really owned by the WBA, to say, you know what, hey, I mean, this is not exact. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. I'm not saying nothing. Anything that I'm saying is subject to interpretation. Let's say that, right? So, in my opinion, what's happening is I am such and such promoter, and I have this welterweight. I say, hey, WBA, I need to rank this welterweight. I want my welterweight ranked in your top 15 so he can get a title shot. I would then go use this shell company, right? I would go use this shell company, and I would say, let me remove this. So I would then use the shell company, or not shell company. I would then use SCS and say, hey, listen, I'm going to make a payment of $20,000 to this company so that you guys can go lobby for my fighter to get a higher ranking. Listen, man, it's all bullshit. It's all trash. It's all garbage. It's not the way that the sport is supposed to be ran. We need some government, some state, some kind of interference from somewhere, because this whole thing is running amok, man. You got fighters out here that's going in the ring, that's putting their lives on the line, and not being able to give it a fair shake. If I'm fighting my way, if supposed to be fighting my way up the rankings, but I don't have the backing that you have, why should someone else's representation be able to go pay for that individual to have a higher rank than me? I think at this point, all promotional companies, all networks, ESPN, Top Rank, PBC, Hammond Boxing, TMT, Oscar De La Hoya, I think everybody should abandon the WBA. All fighters should drop their belts. We should not even want the WBA to sanction any more fights. I don't understand I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. At the end of the day, hey, listen, like I said, I showed you the article. You could go do your own due diligence. If you have a lawyer, you could contact him and ask him what he thinks about that. But man, at the end of the day, man, it's just more trash and more trash and more trash from the WBA. I really think that they've become a classless organization, and I think that it's time for boxing to rid itself of the WBA. And any other sanctioning body that's operating under the same umbrella or doing the same kind of things. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all time. It's your boy Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We out.